Close it out. Why is it not working? Maybe there's updates. Devices, search, we'll go here. My library. We'll see these. That's not helpful at all. Here's the problem that I have with it. Here's the problem that I have with it. Look at, here's the problem I have with it. I don't even have to watch MSNBC or Fox News. I don't have to watch CNN, ABC, MSNBC, Fox News. Okay. I automatically know. I automatically know what's going to happen. I haven't watched Fox News or CNN or MSNBC. Here's what's going to happen. MSNBC is going to have nothing but snippets that present their point of view, and their point of view is going to be that Kavanaugh should be hung and they support the woman. Fox News is going to have nothing but little hand-picked snippets, and they're going to condemn the woman and say her allegations are not true, and they're going to be for Kavanaugh. Okay? And people are going to watch based on what they believe. And what they believe, and people are going to watch based on what their political view is. And you can turn on CNN and MSNBC and see that it's always liberal news. And you can turn on Fox News and see that it's always Republican news. And so they're only going to get the point of view that goes along with their political belief system. And the people that run those stations are going to present a view that they know their viewers are going to be sympathetic to, because that's how they get viewers and get advertisers, which pay them big money to do their shows. And so if anyone out there anyone out there has commented, whatever, no one has any business commenting on anything or having an opinion toward this whatsoever, whether Judge Kavanaugh's guilty or whether he's innocent. No one has any business whatsoever commenting on this unless they watched the live footage from start to finish. But if they saw it on CNN, if they saw it on any news channel, if they saw it on Stephen Colbert, if they saw it on Jimmy Kimmel, it does not matter. Period. Because what you watched was a lie. All that matters is the live footage. And if you watched the live footage and you watched it from start to finish, and then you want to comment and you want to have your own opinion, I accept it. But if you did not do that, keep your fucking opinions to yourself because you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Because I can tell you right now, Colbert is going to be in the camp for the woman. Jimmy Kimmel is going to be in the camp for the woman. CNN, ABC, MSNBC in the camp for the woman. Fox News is going to be in the camp for the judge. All the Democrats are going to be in the camp for the woman. All the Republicans are going to be in the camp for the judge. This is how it's going to be, and that does not help the situation. There has to be some Republicans that are for the woman. There has to be some Democrats that are for the judge. And that's never going to happen. Never going to happen. Because if they did that, when it comes time for election, people won't vote for them. And so your opinion and what you really think as a politician doesn't matter. Because if you let your true opinion out, you lose votes and you lose re-election. People say, well, he turned and he supported the woman. We're not going to vote for you, so you're not going to be a Republican anymore. And if the Democrat votes for the judge, we have to cast them out of our party. That's how it's going to be. So that's just how politics is. Personally, I can say that the judge, if I'm honest about it, I can say the judge seemed to be believable. But the woman seemed to be believable too. And so I believe both of them. So in some ways, I say I believe both of them. But what I think the problem is the woman probably was sexually assaulted. It may not have been by the judge. Can I be 100% sure? No. I can't be 100% sure definitively. The judge may be a bastard, but at least from what I can tell, his testimony, live unedited, seemed to be, he came across like he was truthful. He came across like he was believable. But so did the woman. So it's like, okay, well, which is it? And there's just not enough, there's not hardcore evidence. I can say the judge came across believable, the woman came across believable. Is he guilty? A court of law is not based upon whether someone comes across like they're telling the truth or not. A court of law is based upon facts. And so, where are the definitive facts and evidence that this woman, in fact, that this guy did this thing to this woman? Where are the definitive facts? And the answer is there are no definitive facts. We have a lot of hearsay, conjecture, and we have an event that happened 30 plus years ago. And there's a lot of things that you could question about it. This is true. You have to acknowledge that. And acknowledging that doesn't make you some crazy person. Acknowledging that just means that you're taking the facts and actually thinking about it beyond party lines. But I can tell you right now that 95+% of Democrats support the woman, 95+% of the Republicans support the judge. And that is never going to change. And if you are a Republican and you say that you support the woman, you will be cast out of the party if you're a politician or your circle of friends that you know if you're a regular person. they will cast you out, and you will be an outcast, and you will be that guy, and it won't be good. And if you're a Democrat and you vote for the judge, you will be cast out of your fucking party. You will be cast the fuck out. And if any of the Democratic groups out there know you did that, it will hang you out to dry. And if you people, as a general rule, that are in your party, if you're a normal person, they will try to cast you out of the party and run you out of it and call you some closet Republican. I'm not saying he's guilty. I'm not saying he's innocent. I am simply saying that I would like to see an equal number of Democrats for and against the woman, and an equal number of Republicans for and against the judge. So I can at least say it's kind of split. And then I can at least say it's not a party line issue. Because this should not be a left or right issue. This should be a matter of, was there a crime committed? And I shouldn't even say, is it an issue of was there a crime committed? Because I believe there was a crime committed against this woman. But I can't say definitively. Was it definitively the judge who committed the crime? That's what's in question. I don't think anybody is disputing the woman's claims. I think people are just saying it wasn't the judge. And people have a problem with that, because if you're for the judge and you believe him, then you're some kind of womanizer. You're a crazy man. And if you're for the woman, then you're wanting political assassination and you're using communist tactics to ruin a man's life and political career or whatever. So there is no win-win situation. So I'm not going to say whether I'm for or against it. I'm just going to present the facts and say I'm not picking either side. I'm just saying that I see the flaws on both sides, and that I see the issue with both sides, and they're making this into a spectacle that's politically driven. And it should not be political in any way, shape, or form, but it is. But I'm not saying I support the judge. I'm not saying I'm against the judge. I'm not saying I'm for the woman. I'm not saying I'm against the woman. I'm simply pointing out what I've noticed in an unbiased way on both sides. And I think both sides are full of crazy people. And it's these crazy people that need to go away, because they're ruining this country. And so I look at the right side and I'm like, oh my God, what the fuck are they doing? I look at the left, oh my God, what the fuck are they doing? And then I'm like, why do I only have these two choices to vote for? Why is it that only a Republican or a Democrat is going to be in the White House? Why am I stuck with this fucking political monopoly? If you're a business and you monopolize, you can be sued, you can be broken up, but it is illegal. You cannot be a monopoly in this country. It goes against the very foundation of what this country was based on. Monopolies are not allowed unless it's politics. If it's politics, you're allowed to have a monopoly. You're allowed to have two parties that control everything, and not other parties. And they say, oh, well, we allow these other parties to exist. We allow them to operate. We allow them to exist. Okay? Allowing something to simply exist but actually mean shit and not a goddamn thing is a monopoly. And that's what I have wrong with the political system. Independent's not going to get elected in. A socialist isn't going to get elected in. A communist isn't going to get elected in. Libertarian isn't going to get elected in. Independent, constitutionalists, they're not going to get elected in. And we have all these parties in this country. There is a communist party in this country. They're never going to end up in the White House, just like the Libertarians are never going to end up in the White House. Or the Constitutionist, or the Green Party. It's going to be... So it doesn't matter that we have all these other names out there, and they're allegedly a party. When have they been in the fucking White House? And the answer is never, because two parties have monopolized the political system. So what they need to do is come up with a fucking way to stop the political monopoly in this country and make it to where parties like the Green Party, the Socialist Party, the Communist Party, whatever party, I'm not for socialism. I'm not for communism. I wouldn't vote for them. I'll tell you that right now. But everybody ought to have a fair shot. And it shouldn't just be about who has the most money. It shouldn't be about that. They have to come up with a way to make it to where third party candidates have as much of a shot at getting the White House as a Democratic or Republican. And until they can do that, our political system is fucked and will always be fucked. With that, I'm going to play Sea of Thieves. Stop.